There is a photograph of Michael Olise outside the Allianz Arena the week his Bayern transfer was confirmed. He is not celebrating, not posing, just standing. Plain dark jacket, hands in his pocket, looking slightly left of whoever's holding the camera. Within 48 hours, that photograph had been shared more times than the official Bayern Munich announcement post. The announcement post had actual news in it. The photograph had nothing, and the photograph won. Here is the question nobody has answered properly. Why does a man who gives you absolutely nothing make it impossible to look away? The answer is not about football. Watch that first touch, not the skill, the stillness before the skill. Every other player in that moment is already reacting. Olise looks like he is waiting for a bus. That is not composure. That is something older. But it starts there. In 1878, Francis Galton discovered by accident that composite faces, the average of many faces, were consistently rated more attractive than any individual face, the averaging effect. But the most important discovery came 100 years later. Researchers at the Max Planck Institute found that mixed heritage facial features activate measurably longer processing time in the visual cortex. Michael Olise, French father, Nigerian-Irish mother, a combination the brain cannot categorize quickly, and that longer processing time does not register as confusion, it registers as significant. Your brain spends more time on his face than almost any other face in the room, and it has no idea why. Every player in that tunnel is managing pressure through movement. Olise is not managing anything. In primate social hierarchies, high-status individuals move less. They occupy space without urgency. They do not scan the room. Low-status individuals do the opposite. Modern professional football players, the most physically capable humans on earth, display low-status movement off the pitch constantly because they've been conditioned since 14 to perform for cameras. Olise has not been rewritten that way, and what the brain reads in that stillness is not calmness, it's dominant without effort, which raises the question no journalist has answered. Is this deliberate, or does he simply not notice the cameras are there? The clip was shared 4 million times. In the same month Olise arrived at Bayern, Jude Bellingham appeared in a Louis Vuitton campaign, perfectly lit, professionally styled. It looked extraordinary, and the brain processed it in the same time it takes to process a billboard, because that is what it was. The brain evaluates things relative to their environment. When everything around you is high stimulus and deliberate, absence registers as the loudest thing in the room. Olise deviates through absence, but contrast only makes you notice someone. For obsession, you need something entirely different. 6 inches. For a 93rd minute free kick from 30 yards, that gap between what just happened and how it registers to him is different from everyone else in the building. Researchers at the University of Amsterdam found that individuals who displayed no conventional status signals but moved with complete environmental indifference were rated as higher status than those who performed status loudly. The absence of signaling, read as status so secure it required no advertisement. Every defender who's tried to get inside Olise's head reports the same thing. There's nothing there to grip, or there's everything, and they cannot tell the difference. In 2011, psychologist John Capilio found that parasocial obsession is not produced by access. It's produced by the illusion of almost access. The feeling that one more interview, one more profile, one more photograph would finally complete the picture. Olise gives almost nothing, but the nothing feels adjacent to something. Fans can't close the loop. Journalists leave feeling the real interview never started. Teammates spend the full season alongside him and still can't tell you who he is. Defenders foul him and get no reaction. Coaches write self-contained in their report because they can't find the real word. The loop cannot close because the one thing that would close it, he has never given anyone. Football cannot figure out Michael Olise. Not the fans, not the journalists, not the teammate, not the defenders, not the coaches. He may not be doing anything at all. He may simply exist the way he exists, without effort, without performance, without any awareness this is happening, which is precisely what makes it impossible to stop. Football produced his technique. It did not produce this. A face the brain cannot file quickly enough. A stillness it reads as power. A gap it cannot close. 3 seconds, then 3 more. Then you share the photograph, and you still cannot explain why. Now you can.